Hi all, welcome to Code with Friends. So in the today's video, we are going to just see about the flex property in CSS. So it is a very much important concept that is being used in CSS, which eliminates most of the properties of the elements. So it's very important and must to know the flex, and even it also eliminates most of the in case of writing many media queries in CSS. So this plays a very major important part role. So today we are going to see about the flex property, and if you don't know about the basics of the CSS, so just please refer to the previous video which I have been posted about the CSS basics, how to apply styles to the HTML elements, and also I have just put like how to different types of selectors. I have talked about external CSS, internal CSS, and like even I have just dropped the description link below of this video. Just please refer to it before like coming to the CSS properties. So yeah, so now I have just opened a code sandbox CSS file. So I'm just going to explain like how to add the flex properties to your applications, and how to like make the style looks attractive and the page looks attractive with minimal style changes. So I'm just going to add a division. So I think I have just referred to the division previously in the previous video itself. So division is nothing but it automatically applies the display block to your element, and the main thing of that division is it occupies the entire width of the screen. The main thing is like it occupies the entire width of the screen. So like for example, let me add one more division 1, division 2, and let me add a division 3. So I just added 3 different divisions over here. So as I told before, like it occupies the entire screen, so the division appears one after the other. So for example, now consider that you needed this particular 3 divisions to apply in the same row, like instead of in a separate column. So in that scenario, what you can do, you can add one more, you can wrap all these 3 in one common division. So I'm just wrapping all this 3 in one common division. So now if you see, this is the parent division, and this division 1, division 2, division 3 are the child divisions. So now what I will do, I will add the property called flex. So there is a display property called flex. So I'm just going to add the display property flex to the parent element. So parent division. So when I add to the parent division, so you can access all the attributes or style elements, which is which will be applied when you use the flex properties. Yeah, but before going over there, so let us see this in your inspect element. Let us open this in a new page, and I'm just going to inspect, and I'm just going to see. So let me inspect these elements. So if you have checked, like if you see there is a parent division, this is a parent divisions, and if you see it is there are 3 different child division, division 1, division 2, and division 3. If you see, as I told, like it will automatically take the display block by it with a predefined style. So when you put division, so it will be taking the display block. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add the flex properties. So let me add a class to this, which is like a container. Let me name it as a container. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to the index.css file. I'm just adding dot container. So the like if you have noticed, there is a display block property. So similarly, there is a property called display flex. So I have applied that to the parent division. So if you have noticed, so let me refresh a page. So if you have noticed, automatically all the 3 divisions is applying in the row direction. So the reason behind this is, now what happens, let me see this parent division. So if you see, I have just applied the display flex property. So it is overriding the predefined property, which is written over there, which is a block 1. So it is applying the flex property. So when you apply the flex property, it automatically displays in the row direction. So now like after applying the flex property, you can use multiple properties, like which is provided by the flex functionalities. So but like you cannot use this properties, like if you use display block, if you use display flex, you can use all of these properties. So now let me go to the property which is named as flex direction. So what happens in the flex direction is, so when you apply this flex direction, so by default, what happens if you have not mentioned any flex direction, it takes the row direction by default. But if you wanted to give a column, you can give it in the column wise. Now, if you notice, it is like column wise. So let me refresh and show you here clearly by inspecting. So here, if you could notice, it is like a three. Can you see three different columns has been created? So for each division, but by default, if you don't give anything, it will take row, but even you can give row as well. And there is other properties as well, like row reverse. So row reverse, what it will do, if you see, it is displaying in the reverse direction like this. So if you give it as a column reverse, so it displays in the reverse directions of the column. Okay, so these are four different attributes which are available under flex direction. So let me go for the row wise only, and there is two different sub attributes. So if you give the flex direction as row, you can use justify content. If you have given flex direction as column, if you are aligning the column wise, so you have to use align content. So now let me show you flex direction rows. So I'm just adding justify content. So there is many properties. Let me give center. So can you see here? So as soon as I added the flex direction as center, all these divisions are being aligned to the center. So same way, there are a lot of properties, space around. So if you see, it creates a good space around here. Yeah, if you could see, it gives a good space around here, like space around. So there is other property called space between. It creates an equal space between each of these elements, and space around, space evenly. So space evenly creates an even space between all these three divisions. And there is another property called flex start. So it aligns where your flex box starts. So you can give flex end, so it aligns in the end of the flex box. So these are three different like properties which you can like align based on your requirement. You can align like according to your need. So now I'm just going to put space around. So after adding space around, I'm just going to add background color gray. Okay, so I'm just going to add background color as gray. I'm just going to add some padding as 10px. So now I just wanted to show you. So like when I shrink, I think everyone knows that when I shrink your screen, if you see, it automatically fits to the screen size. But when I keep on shrinking the screen, if you see at one stage, let me give some text length higher. So text one. Okay, let me give division 1, division 2, division 3. Okay, so let me shrink the screen size. If you see, in one stage, it is like very much closer enough, like it looks like this. So when your text size is increasing, this will happen. So there is a property where the content will fit according to the screen size. So that property is called as flex wrap. So there is a property called flex wrap. So when you give flex wrap as wrap, so what it does is, so when you try to reduce your screen size, can you see automatically the third division went below? So let me keep on shrinking. Okay, so I'll show you one more example. I think this length is very small. So I think if my length is big, we could see that pretty much. Yeah, can you see here division 1, division 2, division 3? So can you see when I added this flex wrap property, when I fit my screen size, so automatically it goes down to it goes down below, like it keeps on like going down, and it aligns below. So if you see, like these are some of the very good advantages, because when you work on the responsive design, when you want the content in your page to fit according to the screen size, so there's a good way like you to use this flex property, because when you use this flex property, automatically this will align to the screen size. And like you could eliminate, see in this case, if you wanted to use this space around property, like which without using this flex property, so what you will do, so basically you'll be doing like giving this padding space 5px 10px for each divisions. So instead of doing those many things, you could achieve this with one simple property, which is like a justify content space around. So that is a very biggest advantage of using flex in CSS. Yeah, so that is a very big advantages of using flex in CSS. This flex in CSS is a very important, because that as I told, it is very important for the responsive design. When you go for the responsive design, not only for the responsive design, even like you can eliminate many of the properties and you can use this flex. Yeah, so yeah, so like in the upcoming session, so I have planned to give a complete a design of Amazon website. Even if we don't go for a complete design of an Amazon website, at least we will go through some header parts, and like we will start designing by using the HTML, CSS, and this flex properties which I have learned before. So I'm just going to put all together in one video, and I'm just going to help you with a practical live session. So how to make a good design. So how do you, because like for example, if you get to run this Amazon.in website. So for example, if you get this requirement like to do this, so as soon as you cannot go and jump, so you have to partly you have to split and you have to work. So for example, like when you wanted to design this header, so you have to work, think, and like you have to like design, and you have to implement it, you have to convert to the UX part. So I'll just help you with that. So how to break down like how to work in the next upcoming sessions. So stay tuned and like watch the next videos. If you wanted to like watch the next videos which I'm updating every day or every week, so please click on the subscribe button and stay tuned. Thank you for coding with me.